All about the kicking game this week on The Game Plan, thanks to Goodyear. I'm Paul Jodka, joined by Anthony Seibold. Siebes, long-distance kicking, it's always been a crucial part of rugby league tactics, but the 40-20 and now 20-40 is really something that has rewarded good general play kicks with repeated possession. Just how did the top halves in our game, and hookers for that matter, take advantage of these relatively new rules?
Yeah, well, it's a great way to get the ball back in really good field position, and we're going to start by looking at how the number 9s, the dummy halves for teams, execute the play from I suppose their end of the field. Now, often what you'll see hookers, as they approach the play the ball, they'll look up and they'll look to see whether there's wingers connected or where's the fullback in the backfield. But often on early tackles, if they get a sense that there's a 40-20 opportunity, then they'll kick. So this is tackle 3, Reed Mahoney for the Parramatta Eels against the Dragons earlier this season. There he is, right foot kick comes out to his right-hand side. Notices that the back three aren't quite in position and gets a 40-20. Gets his team possession 10, 15 metres out from the Dragons try line. Now this time, this is quite unique. This one's inside the 20-metre zone. So that's the 20-metre line there. Cherry Evans, it was out at Mudgee earlier this year. So again, this is before tackle 3. It's a 20-40. So he kicks this from inside his own 20, Daly Cherry Evans. Got a fantastic long kicking game. And again, you can see it was early tackles. So there's all this space in behind the Raiders. The fullback you can see is out of position on the other side of the field. And there's a Rapiner, the right-hand side winger for the Raiders team. He was up on the end of the line. So early tackle kick. Again, 20-40 execution. Manly get the ball attacking now against the Raiders rather than coming off their own line. So big play by Daly Cherry Evans there. Again, we look at not just on early tackles, but you'll see Ben Hunt. So this is on the always fantastic game we look forward to on Anzac Day between the Dragons and the Roosters at the SCG. So again, really tight game with about 3.5 minutes to go. Ben Hunt, tackle 5, 40-20, executes the play, right foot kick, on the right-hand side of the play the ball. Tedesco, Tupu, they were in position, but just the execution of the kick enabled Dragons to go down there, have field position and possession with not long to go in the game, and they were able to clinch the game. So some excellent long kicking execution there by Reed Mahoney, by Daly Cherry Evans and by Ben Hunt.
Brilliant stuff. Let's turn to the best field goal exponents in the game, but it isn't just the kickers that got the job to do. How do teams set up for the one-pointers, especially when the game's on the line and the opposition know it's coming?
You know, the interesting thing is if you've got a right foot kicker in your team or a left foot kicker. So let's have a look at some examples. So this is the Sharks against the Canberra Raiders, and it's tackle 5. So you see there's a signal from the referee, and what's going to happen here is Moylan or Nicho Hynes are going to take the field goal. So Matt Moylan's a right foot kick. So essentially what the Cronulla Sharks wanted to do was they wanted to get to the left-hand side of the uprights. So there's the uprights here. They wanted to get to the left-hand side because Moylan's a right foot kick. So there's a couple of things. One, it's harder for the Raiders kick pressure to get at his right foot because it's on the open side. And 2, it's an easier kick for Matt Moylan to execute. So there he goes and gets the field goal, gets the one-pointer against the Raiders, which was really crucial. So this time we're looking at a different kicker or a different footed kicker in Luke Brooks. Now Luke Brooks is a left foot kick. So the Tigers, when they set up their field goals, if Luke Brooks is kicking, they want to get to the play the ball on the right-hand side of the post. So again, it's the opposite side of what we just showed with Matt Moylan. So there's Jackson Hastings actually directing Jacob Little to pass the ball back to Luke Brooks. You'll see Luke Brooks, left foot kick. So again, that inside pressure from the Rabbitohs here, it's going to his inside foot, not his outside foot. So it's an easier kick for him to execute, and he goes and nails the play. And this was, I suppose, game deciding because the Tigers hung on by 1 point against the Rabbitohs. So you've got to be a little bit smart. It's not just about the kick, it's actually where you set up for the kick.
Yeah, great stuff. And finally, let's talk about those crucial conversions or penalty goals to win the game. In many ways, the spot kick, it's more difficult to execute. What allows the best goal kickers in the game to win the match for their team?
Well, they've got to practice. You know, they've got to execute at training. They've got to spend a lot of time pre or post training to execute these plays. So what we've done is we've chosen 2 really crucial ones. So you can see the angle there of Nicho Hynes, okay? That's a tough kick, right? It's roughly around about the 20-metre lines there, or in between the 20-metre line and the 10-metre lines there for the Cronulla Sharks. But the thing is this, put context to it, 16 all. Last play of the game. So how would you be? Being Nicho Hynes, last play of the game. It's the first game for his new club at their home ground. And he goes through and executes a kick to give them an 18-16 victory against Parramatta Eels, who have been a top 4 side for a couple of seasons now. So big kick. Great execution there by Nicho Hynes, but there's plenty of pressure. But he's got to practice that during the week. So you can see there the excitement in the Cronulla Sharks supporters and also the Cronulla Sharks teammates of Nicho Hynes. This time, Parramatta are playing Manly, and it's 20-all. Literally about a minute and a half to go. So we're looking at Mitchell Moses here. You can see it's dead set right on the touchline here. So very tough kick to execute. Again, you've got the crowd in the background, 20-all. Context to the situation adds pressure. Mitchell Moses, he's one of the real sharpshooters of the competition. He goes through and executes the play. But both Nicho Hynes and Mitchell Moses, they would do those types of kicks all week at training. You've got to invest time into being a good goal kicker, and they obviously do, but also add the pressure to it.
Yeah.
Add the pressure to it. So what a lot of guys do, they'll do a little bit of fitness to get themselves huffing and puffing, and then go and execute a kick at training. So that's how they practice it, but some great execution there by Moses and Hynes.
Brilliant display of kicking in all different facets of the game. Thanks, Sees, very much. Thanks to Goodyear. If you want to get to any of the games this weekend, you can simply do that by heading to nrl.com/tickets.